guys, it's happy hour. It's Friday. I'm so excited. So my buddy Clint Westwood's going to be joining us. He's talking something about stoner cats. I don't know what he's talking about. Hopefully you guys do, and hopefully you can catch me up. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Give us a thumbs up, like this video, share it, and let's jump in and learn about stoner cats. I don't know. Grab a drink. See you guys on happy hour. Happy Friday, Westwood. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Hey, eyes up here. Pay attention. It's Friday.
I know, right?
Cheers.
Hey, hang on. Let me just tag a few peeps so that they can, get in here.
Make sure everybody's in the chat.
I'm trying to help everybody out because you know how things get shadow banned and taken down and all that good stuff. So I'm just trying to get everybody in here because we're trying to help society. We're trying to help people have a come up. All right, so
my son was now unable to call me is my latest update on weird things happening with my phone at the Davis household. It was very strange. So
it is weird because you've been dealing with all this crap. Your mom can't call you. Everything's up.
I can't call public. My mom can't call me. My son can text me. I can call my son and I can text my son. My oldest one. I have 3 boys. So it's crazy.
You're the opposite of me. Everybody seems to be able to get a hold of me. I just want to be left alone. And for some reason, somebody keeps calling me every day. Always got a problem I got to fix. But that's all right.
Well,
that's all right. I'm here to solve problems.
Crazy.
It's the age of Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarian. So here I am to dump out knowledge.
That's why they're calling you.
They're calling on me. So now is the time. This is it. This is the time right now to where we're going to fix things. We're going to dump out that knowledge, get the truth out there because it's all about the truth. Follow it wherever it leads.
I got to go visit. Well, so today my niece Jenna was playing in a tournament here in my town. So I got to go watch her play and she just kicked ass. I mean, she's like crazy strong, crazy fast. She's running down. These girls are jumping and sticking their hands in her face and she's pulling the ball down. And I was very proud of her.
What kind of sport was it?
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay. I didn't know.
Please.
Were there any identifiers there? Any people identifying as female?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's a good drink. Which reminds me, what are you drinking today, Lisa?
Well, since you asked, Westwood, I'm having Fresca and Tito's.
Awesome.
I'm actually, you know how we are launching our happy hour meetups
and our
crypto classes.
Soon.
Yeah,
very soon.
We've got our first date. We're going to be in Kansas City in is it Olathe?
I think
Kansas?
Olaf. It's Southwest.
Olaf
Kansas.
is on Frozen. I think that's the little.
No, that's Olaf. That's Olaf. This is Olaf, like Lath. Olathe. I don't know how to pronounce it. Somebody needs to educate us when we get there.
Okay. We will be fully educated by the time we get there. But on August 27th and 28th. So 27th will be the happy hour. And
live.
The 28th will be the crypto class.
Yep.
Super excited about that.
Heck yeah.
What was my whole point of that? I just brought that up.
Master of distraction.
Yes.
$1 million. Wait, $1 billion. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Going to Kansas City. Here we come. We're going to go there and we're going to have that happy hour on Friday. Got the location kind of lined up. We'll let you all know. I hope you all can make it. I mean, I'm going to be driving like 7 hours there. How long are you going to drive? How long does it take you to get there?
I believe Kansas City is 5 hours.
Okay, so you're closer than I am. All right, so we're going to
take the plane. I call my fast car the plane.
Oh, well, that's different.
Since it's 5 hours.
That's not fair, That's all right. We could have a drag race. Anybody knows like a straight strip
I will
in Kansas
race
City?
you.
Yeah, you'll race me on pavement, but not gravel.
not gravel.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Let's see how it is. It's all right. I'll win on gravel next time at Westwood. Bring it.
Definitely.
You borrowing the digibug because you're like, I don't want to drive this thing. Take the digibug back to the room. Wreck that thing. It's gonna be fun. I mean, going to Kansas City, I love, getting out there and seeing people. I get excited just thinking about it, going to the meetups. And the crypto class, I mean, it's really just a crypto 101 class, a beginner crypto class. And we're trying to line up different sponsors to where we can, give back and, hopefully, it's like free. That's what we want to do. So that, new people can come and you bring all your friends so that they can come to the crypto class and then they can learn how to set up a wallet.
Prizes for people. So if you're watching and you're a crypto fam and you're part of the new normal and our happy hour fam, and you bring newbies to happy hour and they sign up for the crypto class, we're going to either enter you in a drawing or have a giveaway for who brings the most newbies, or have some way that we reward or celebrate you. So we want you to bring new people to happy hour so they can see how inclusive and supportive and engaging the crypto fam is, and then sign them up for the crypto 101 class the next day. Like Westwood said, hopefully we're going to have enough sponsorship that we can offer the class for free the next day. That's the goal. And then we're going to have at least you think it's going to be about 2 hours, right? That's what we're kind of looking at.
Because I know how it is. Anything more than 2 hours, we may have to take a little break. But anything more than 2 hours, it's just it gets tedious. It's just going to be like boom, 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 to where it's like, oh, where'd those 2 hours go? There's so much information. Now I got to go do some research. I'm so happy that I can do all these things. Now I want to learn more, and that's what I want to leave everybody with. Now I want to go further. I'm excited. Inspiring people. There's nothing greater than you can do than to inspire someone to take action. And so that's what this class is about. It's just to, anybody who's new to cryptocurrency and, they've asked you about it and you're like, I don't, you can do this, just bring them to the class. And that way they'll walk away feeling pretty comfortable that, okay, I kind of get it. No, I know what this is all about. And then they can kind of go off on their own and go deeper. And if they have questions, we'll have opportunities for them to ask later. But it's, getting them to the point where you've got them excited and they understand it. And just like you were, it's like I was when you learned about it and it kind of hits you. Someone said something, whoever it was, Andreas Antonopoulos. I don't know. Not that I'm him at all, but I'm a lot shorter, but and wider. And I drink a lot more.
Less Greek. Yeah.
And less Greek. Yeah. More German and Irish.
Mostly less Greek.
Yeah, pretty much. But, getting people to that point where it's like, I'm really excited about this. I see that this is going to be, the future. And so what do I do? How do I get into it? And then their appetite is wet. And then they can jump in and, get excited about it like we are. And that's what I want to do is invigorate people to try and get everybody excited about this because, we're moving quick. This into this year, things are going to just get nuts. Everything is coming out for Litecoin. It's amazing. You were talking about yesterday with Johnny. Cryptocurrency is not going away. It's here to stay. And we want to get people into it. Not just with
Johnny, but on my Patreon, which I'll be releasing tomorrow for the public. The astrology charts, and then also her psychic abilities with Jill Jardine. She did a Bitcoin, crypto, and then also just what she sees with the path financially and otherwise for America. Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is this bridge as our financial system collapses around the world. So
the date again, Mitch is asking for the date. Mitch,
yeah, so I put it on the banner.
Oh, you're fine.
Olathe, Kansas.
Yep.
I had to Google
go to the restroom.
The spelling.
Okay.
So it's not Olaf, it's Olathe.
Right, Olathe. You said Olaf. I didn't say anything about it. I said Olaf.
Well, I
Olaf.
thought that's what you said
Lathe.
first.
I said lathe.
Anyway, so I had to Google it. So now we spelled it correctly.
All right, somebody put it in the chat.
I'm very behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up.
All right, that's all right. I'm trying to catch up.
All right, guys.
Ketchup and mustard, right here. Which reminds me of
Have you been mowing today? Because you're a little
today.
ahead of me on
I
the
have
drinking.
not. I have not been. I had a few beers earlier because I've been out setting up stuff for my daughter. She's got a party going on. She's slip and slide out and
Nice.
spraying off the nice new concrete underneath the pavilion. Loving it. So you
got the concrete poured.
Yeah, it's
Updates.
It's absolutely
at Westwood.
Updates at Westwood. Oh, freaking love it. Building something big here. So that reminded me of a joke.
Oh, dad jokes.
No, it's not. You know what? Why do you always got to say it's about dad jokes? It's not about dad jokes.
Okay.
Even though I am a dad. Bring it on. Bring it. Don't sing it, sister. Yeah. So, all right. This reminds me of like the White House and all politicians for that matter. Yeah, I know, right? What is the pedophile's favorite shoe?
It's the red shoe.
No, it's white Vans.
Oh, gross.
Oh, man. Come on. Sorry. All right. Just thought of that. All right. Now we can move on. White Vans. Get it? White Vans.
Yes, I get it.
Pedos.
I got it.
All right. No windows. But that's what we're dealing with. I mean, I don't want to make light of it, but that is what you're dealing with. You got to have a little comedy to kind of awaken people and make them think a little bit. It's kind of a serious situation.
What's happening.
It really is. I mean, you got a bunch of corrupt people up there that
are
tell you what to do. Hey, you need to do this. I love how the U.S. Postal Service, the union, comes out like before and preempts Biden. What is it? Sloppy Joe? What is it? No, it's not that. It's
Sleepy Joe.
It's Sleepy Joe and Sloppy Ho. That's what it is. I got it all confused. That administration. Mm-hmm. So it's they came out. The U.S. Postal Service. They came out and said, our union, we're not going to really go for this whole prick thing. I mean, you might mandate it, but we're going to push back. And so he comes out and says, and so they excluded him. So that's a good lesson to learn. As much as they're going to tell you, as much as they want to say that they're going to do all this stuff and make you do all this stuff, if you push back enough, just like they preempted the whole thing, the union and the Postal Service, they said, nope, not doing it. If you push back enough, they'll let you go. And see, that's what the illusion is. It is an illusion. It has no teeth to it. It's a paper bull. If you don't allow it to influence you, and if you just say, nope, not going to do it, then it goes away. All they want to do is make you willfully comply with something that is completely unconstitutional and against your freedom. That's all they're trying to do. And if you don't comply with it, there's nothing they can do. Nothing. Don't let them do it.
Thankfully, here in Oklahoma, our governor has been really proactive, and
a lot of states have.
Yeah, he signed or banned. I don't know, barred. I don't know what the proper term is, but we are a 2A sanctuary state, so our Second Amendment rights will not be. The federal government cannot. Which the Constitution protects that. I don't know why.
Right. It's like we got to redo
then
it
make
all.
a second statement again.
Because you swore an oath to the Constitution and you all don't read it. All you people that got selected and not elected, we got to pass laws to make sure that you understand
to remind
that
them
you can't do these things that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're at.
Stitt just also just made another statement or banned or barred them from any mandatory vaccines or mandatory masking on any state or government property. Now, privately, because of the Constitution and because people can, that's what it's so upside down. I feel like Lady Liberty is upside down.
You go to that website. You see that?
Hold on, I'll make you big.
Can everybody read it? No, don't do that.
Wait, here.
There we go.
Okay.
Read that. Go to that website. It's a pretty good one I found.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of information. If you're trying to, because right now everybody's trying to, we're going back to school and around here, well, we're going to have to mask. Everybody's going to have to get masked. So, it's just this new variant, coming out, this new thing. So we've got to wear the mask to protect everybody. See, they're following the guidelines. And see, that's what ticks me off. They're CDC guidelines. And if you look at the CDC, there's 12 people that are on this board that is who own patents for the pricks. When I say pricks, they own patents for it. And there's 12 people, and they're the advisory committee that says, well, yeah, we're going to add this to the prick schedule, because they got this schedule of pricks that you need to get your whole life. And so these people who benefit from these pricks,
yeah, it's their own way of printing money.
It is. And they can actually go and recommend these things. And then all the schools say, well, we got to follow the CDC guidelines. And you realize most states, I think New York's not one of them. There's two that I think you cannot have an exemption. But most states, they have an exemption. There's a religious exemption, and there is a medical exemption. You don't have to take any of this stuff because, and see, that's what they do. They want you to think that you have to do this. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it at all because you're a sovereign individual. You have rights, but they want to make you think that. And that's what they do with their propaganda. That's why you see this clown in New York City, the mayor, oh, everybody needs to be picked up and, hauled off. And, or the governor, I don't know which one. Doesn't matter. Both of them are clowns. And that's what they do. And so that tells me right now the whole thing, they got selected. They did not get elected. There's no way people would vote for that. No way. No way. But that's all right. It is what it is. And so you still have to realize that they have no power over you. None. These are weak individuals that do nothing but project their weaknesses all over. And you're the property owners. You are the people. Look at the map. It's all red. It's only in these, pockets. They have no power when it comes to the vast majority of the United States. And in those blue pockets, even, we're finding out now, they're trying to cover up that maybe the selection didn't go the way they thought it did in the press. Maybe we kind of messed up and overstepped. So you got to realize that this whole thing is nothing but theater. Yes. It's nothing but a movie. It's nothing but
people
bogus.
Are getting educated
and they
it.
are getting educated.
They're learning about standing up for their rights. And they're like, well, how come you don't have to? And how come I have to?
Right.
And, it's sad the people that are making choices that then finding out afterwards that they didn't have to,
Yeah, it is. But there are different pressures that people did it because, somebody said they should do it, spouse or family or whatever it is. And, you know what, I got to do what I got to do no matter what it is. It could have been anything. It didn't have to be that, but they're going to go along, whatever they say, because they want to get along. I don't care if I get along or not. That's my attitude. It's like, whatever, that's fine. Right. Hey, but we're going to come to Kansas City and we're going to have some drinks together and we're going to talk about this stuff.
It'll be great.
Right?
Yeah, it will be great for sure.
All right. Lisa, what do you got to talk about?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm so distracted. The chat is blowing up. I'm so excited.
Is it? I need to look at the chat and see what anybody's got any questions or anything.
Behind.
Holy cow, says Dude Dave. Yeah, that was Harry Carey's statement. Holy cow. Harry Carey, Chicago. Used to be in St. Louis. Chicago Cubs.
So Biden mandated or not mandated? What is
he's trying to find out if he can mandate it because he's not sure if he can. Been in politics for 50 years, still doesn't know what power he has as president. I mean, that should tell you enough right there. Then he gets upset and snaps at people in the press and. Oh man! I mean, come on.
Well, he ordered that all the military be jabbed, pricked,
sticked.
And it was my understanding that there's a long history of that they've used our military, that they've done lots of, that they've
Tuskegee. Go look that up.
Yeah, for a long time.
Absolutely.
So that was really concerning to me. But I wondered if that would trigger something. Like I wondered if that was in Cliff High's data where like a lot of the military walked away because it's different. Well, and maybe it's not different. We're so in the Tuskegee because you do have a lot of information and you have a lot of information about history that I don't. Was that an FDA approved?
That's a good question.
Or was that an emergency?
It probably wasn't an emergency. I don't even know when the FDA came into existence. It might not even have been there.
That's what I'm just not sure about.
But see, what happens is, and the problem I have, and that's what I got into last week, about the draft thing. I have no problem serving a country that's just, a government that's just. My problem is when you're impressed into service by a government that is corrupt, and then they use you as a guinea pig and send depleted uranium. Let's talk about that. In the Middle East, all this depleted uranium on all these bombs that got dropped, and then you got all these people coming back from Iraq all screwed up. I mean, your government did that to you. And why did they do that to you? Oh, because some towers fell down because of someone we said did it. When in fact, that's not the person who did it. Because if you look at number 7 tower in New York City on 9/11/01, that thing came down in a controlled demolition. How do you do that if the things aren't already in there? How did they do that in one day when Larry Silverstein says, yeah, we decided to pull it? I mean, go look all this stuff up. We're coming up on the 20-year anniversary of this stuff. That's what ignited all these endless wars. I mean, completely ridiculous, sending people off to nothingness. You had Colin Powell at the United Nations saying, well, they've got weapons, and they've got these, what do they call it? The weapons of mass destruction, driving around in Iraq. And it turns out to be false. I mean, these people do nothing but lie to you. So what do? Stop giving them your energy. Stop giving them your money. We've got an opportunity now to where we've invented a new system to where we can put our energy into a new economic system called Litecoin. Right there. Bitcoin. I mean, we can take our energy out of their system. We have the power to pick up a new weapon, new armor, think video games, Litecoin, the whole thing going on there. I mean, we are in this different reality that we are creating. We have the ability to take our energy, take our wealth, take our money, and put it into something to where we can walk away and say, you know what? You don't matter anymore. We're not going to pay attention to you anymore because you're nothing but the cardboard cutout on the Western freaking, movie set, spaghetti Western, and it's nothing behind it. It's nothing behind it. These people are going to tell you what you need to do, but they can't enforce it. So don't voluntarily opt into a system to where they want to steal your energy and rob you of your freedom because you've got it. You're just giving it away at this point. Don't do it. Get out of it. Walk away. Walk away. Then you win. We win. That's it. Done. All right.
Well, and now we have that option, in 2009 when
we didn't
have an option and we were at their mercy. And I think that's where we have, this option, take our energy. Jill Jardine, the astrologer, psychic lady that we've been doing these, SL and I have done some of these readings with recently. She had me on her podcast and she didn't know that Bitcoin, Litecoin, these proof of work coins had a finite supply. And we were talking about how mining cryptocurrencies and what that means and how labor is involved and that's energy is involved in mining them. And so, and comparing that to mining gold and silver and then talking about the scarcity. And she was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And so comparing that and then having this other place to go and this opportunity. And she's like, it's really going to be that bridge for people. Yep. And she's like, and it's going to be the money of the people. And then SL, did you see her tweet today?
Yep.
She's like, she shared on Twitter. People. She said, this cryptocurrency will be the money for the people.
I've always thought that. And I've always believed it's a spiritual thing. And I love that when these psychics come in, I love what you're doing because you're bringing these legitimate people in, these people who are connecting and they're pure at heart. And they look at it and say, I've never seen anything like this movement, these people, what they want to do. They want to recreate the world. They want to do great things. They want to help humanity. And then you get, that's what crypto's for. It's to help humanity. And of course, like any other weapon, you've got bad guys trying to control it. Hey, we're going to manipulate this and get you gateway, do this. Hey, we're going to pass this big infrastructure bill. And in the Senate portion of it, we're going to make sure that, we really tax cryptocurrencies and we get our fingers into it. See, they want to get their fingers into it because they know how powerful it is. They understand that, we can grab more wealth from this. Be your own bank. Download a wallet.
That's right.
Get your
Come to
Litecoin.
one of our meetups.
Come to the meetups.
Bring
seriously.
Bring your friends and
learn how
come
to do it at the very basic grassroots level, like in the beginning, because nothing's changed. You are your own bank. You own your energy. Take control of it. Learn how to do that because these people, they're grasping at straws. They're done. Their system's over. It's a corpse. Don't let them get into the new system and don't let them control you and usher you into this new freaking demon system, that they want to create. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't have to. Don't do it. We've already won. don't give it over to them.
Absolutely. And Ron, my parents are in Arkansas, and my mom texted me today that Sarah Huckabee, I believe this is what she was saying. She said Sarah Huckabee for governor. And so I think that was an announcement that Sarah Huckabee might be running for governor in Arkansas. So hopefully that will be somebody, comparable to who we have. We have Governor Stitt here in Oklahoma, who's really for the people of Oklahoma and doing those things, making those statements, a constitutional governor. And hopefully you soon will have somebody like that in Arkansas, not this jackass who you have right now.
Thanks, Rob Vinosky.
And
and that's it. That's what they have to do. They have to bribe you to take it. You know what? If I'm dying of cancer and there's a vaccine, I'm lining up. That cures it. You know what? If I've got a problem to where I need insulin every month and I can't afford it, and they're giving it away and incentivizing it, thank you, God. You're helping me stay alive. Are they doing that? No. What are they doing? They're incentivizing something that has no proof, never been tested, nothing, no testing whatsoever.
They actually stopped the test. Okay,
they did because it's bogus, and they said
because
it's bogus.
It was killing the ferrets or whatever.
Imagine that.
Here's the other thing I'm really struggling with. There was literally they came out with an article, and I think it was the CDC pulled the tests and said they are inaccurate.
Yep.
So, but now they're making these statements saying that people are testing positive.
Did Lester Holt, talk about that on the network news? No, because every commercial on the network news is what? Just making a point. Go ahead.
But here's my point is, so if the tests have been pulled and proven inaccurate, but now they're saying there is this outbreak
of a variant.
With what tests?
Who's proving the variant? That it is the variant and not some other variant.
It does not make any sense. There is no logic involved in this at this point.
There isn't. Not at all. Not at all.
And here's the other point that all these people with the variant and the whatever bullshit you want to say, all got the prick. Huh. Does your common sense not kick in that it is caused from the prick?
Right. So first of all, if you get the prick in your arm and then you're supposedly cured and you've got antibodies, why would anyone make you sick?
Yeah.
There's a variant, and these unpricked people are spreading it. Well, they're fine. Why are you getting sick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't see people dropping dead in the street. That's when that happens, and there's a zombie apocalypse, and I see people dropping dead, and and I'm like, oh my God, this person, he's like collapsing on the freaking counter at Walmart. Well, at about 3 a.m. that happens, but it's not. I mean, every day, at normal times, when you've got people who are just, they can't function in society and they're dropping dead. Then I'm like, all right, maybe I should kind of step back. Maybe there is something going on.
But are you seeing that? I'm not seeing that.
Are you seeing that? I'm not seeing that.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
No, not at all.
I don't have friends and family members that are missing. I don't have.
No.
Not happening. So here's the other thing that I think is really interesting. Mom and pop shops closed down, destroyed, family legacies destroyed. And that's why, I'm not giving up on Bet on Main Street. I know that we are going to all be very well off from crypto. And my heart is still to tip big, shop local, bet on Main Street, give back to America, it gives me chills. I'm very passionate about that. I hope that we can rebuild America, get behind each other, get behind our friends, family, neighbors, and rebuild America. And I think that's our future. And so I'm very passionate about that. I think it's very interesting that who was protected through all this were these big box stores.
Yep, they were.
They were allowed to stay open.
Yep.
And they're playing the games. And who's the first one? I was driving home from my niece's basketball game and listening, and who is the most compliant little servant? Walmart has their health ambassadors at the front of every store, again, asking people to put a mask on again, whether you got the prick or not,
Doesn't matter.
in high
Gotta put it
infection
on.
areas or something like that.
Yep.
That was the announcement on the news. And I'm like, they're part of the problem.
They are part of the problem. They are part of the problem. The problems get solved at the local level, at the community level. The community fixes everything because you're local and you look somebody in the eye, and when you're hurting, you can look them in the eye and they'll help. Even when they can't afford to help, they will help because we're all human beings. The problem is we're dealing with non-humans now. That's what we're dealing with. A corporation isn't a human being. And the people running the show, they're not human. That's what it comes down to. They're not. And once you realize that, you think, okay, all right, what do I need to survive? Because these people aren't helping me. These people are not on my side. Okay, I got to eat. All right, I got to, put what I eat somewhere, once it goes through me. All these things, you start looking at the very basics and you think, okay, where do I need to be to get those things? And so okay, well, I'm going to start making some life changes. You got to start thinking that way because it could get that bad because they control so much. Because we buy into it.
So it's missing from my Twitter feed right now, but some jackass on CNN said that
probably Don Lime.
I don't know who he was, and now I tried to go back and find it, and they've deleted it.
Imagine
but
that.
He said that unpricked people should not be allowed to buy food.
It's him. It's Don Limon.
And in one country, I think it was the Philippines. They actually, the president of that country, that's actually, I can't remember. I think it was the Philippines. That president made that statement. And then this CNN dipshit said the same thing.
And that's what he is. And he's talking to, what's his Cuomo, in the interview, the little brother Cuomo. And then Cuomo plays the foil in the whole Shakespearean play and said, oh, but there are people, who can't get the prick because of, medical things. And see, they play this little banter back and forth, So you ever watch Don Limon, on CNN? I watch it once in a while to get some entertainment. It's so quiet on the set. There's no energy. It's all just bogus. I mean, completely a joke. And, he doesn't care. He's sold out. He's making his millions. He doesn't care. He's just up there doing his mockingbird bullshit. And that's what he does. And you got to realize that's what these people are. You see them on TV. Okay, you look at me. Put me on TV and I can look important too. I'll wear a suit and you'll believe me. And it's like, no, I don't want to be that. I want to be real. Let's go have a beer. Let's go meet up. Let's go talk some real stuff. Let's talk about our families. Let's talk about things that actually make an impact on our lives because these people don't. They don't make an impact unless you let them. It goes back to the analogy I always use, the vampires. You know what? A vampire, okay, they can't come into your house. Why not? Because you didn't invite them in. But once you invite them in, they can come in. But they can't come in unless you invite them. When you're watching them on TV and you invite them into your world and you start believing all the crap that they tell you, well, guess what? They're going to suck your energy out. That's what they do. It's that simple. And the way to fix it is how? How do you stop a vampire? Well, you know what? You put them out in the sunlight and then the sunlight disinfects them because, the sunlight, the truth, it exposes them. That's what you do. Stop giving them your blood. You stop giving them your energy. Once you do that, they wither away and die because they feed off you. They need you. Quit giving them your power. Quit giving them your energy. And once you do that and you start living your life and you go, click, I'm turning it off. I'm done. Everything works. Because your life works when you're on your own and you're dealing with your community. It can work. Screw them.
That's some of that really positive energy that Jill Jardine was talking about. She was so excited. She loves the crypto community. She said she's really enjoyed doing readings for people in the crypto community. She's like, you guys are so powerful. You have no idea.
Right,
You're able to manifest things. And you've always said, like, when we get together, there'll be these pumps in crypto.
Yep.
And I talked to her about, it's really interesting because you can see the energy like around the coin. Like Litecoin fam has this vibe or energy.
Yep.
Digibyte team there's an energy, a really positive energy around the Digibyte coin. XRP Army has, its own energy.
Yeah.
Each project or coin has an energy or a vibe around it that can, and you identify with it, I think, or you don't. And I think that's really cool. And she really could feel this. And she's challenged us. She was like, if you guys could harness this, if you could become aware of this and harness this. And she talked about Lionsgate is
8/8 this year.
yeah, and
8/8 what next
is
month?
August 8th. Yeah.
8.
And so she said, if you guys will like even maximize that, it doesn't matter if it's 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., but like maximize that infinity, the eights. So like 8:08 on August 8th, if you guys will put your energy, set your intention, think about that crypto bridge, you know, getting out of that old system, whatever,
Yeah.
setting your intention. She's like, you guys can change this. Your energy, your intention, your consciousness, connecting with higher self,
God, the universe,
whatever
the
you want to call
oversoul,
it.
nature,
Yes.
everything that
Yes.
that it is
You guys
living through
are-
us, everything. Life.
Yes, you guys are changers. You are capable of all of this. And so I don't know. I just want to put that out there. I think we're all capable of it. I think we are magic. I think that's what they're afraid of. I think that's why they tried to, you know, when the Constitution is our God-given rights. And that's why they have tried to turn this away. When we came to America, it was to get away from all this oppression.
We left the
And
darkness.
Right. We left the
We needed
darkness
light.
to come into the light, and the Constitution was written, and our government was not set up to rule us. It was to push back on them infringing on our freedom that was God-given. And so then all these things were put on us, and it's like it's all been turned on its head.
Why did it get turned on its head, Lisa? What did it? How did things get so screwed up? That's what everybody wants to know. How did we get to this point? How did things get so screwed up based on,
I think
you know,
it's
you
like
look at the
word
Constitution.
salad.
It is word salad, but what is the tool? What is the power that leads these people, that gets us to the point where we're at? How did they have the weapon to destroy our freedom minds that we had in our ancestry? It's still in our DNA. How did they wipe that out from us and make us subservient? What did they use? What weapon? What tool? How did we get here? Does anybody in the chat know? I have some speculation how it happened. I'm just curious.
I'm curious what you think. Because, I mean, I guess I would think our education, rewriting history, media, I mean, it's been like the MK Ultra brainwashing, their indoctrination.
Thank you, Blind Dave Crypto. It was the dollar. It was the money. It was the energy that they hijacked.
Energy. Okay, I see what
and
you're
the irony of it. The irony that Blind Dave says he can see that it was the money. The money controls us. The money is what keeps us subservient. I need my pension, so you know what? You know, I'm going to arrest this guy. I'm going to do what I have to do. The chief says I need to do this. I need my pension because I worked 20 years in the military. I'm going to get out, and you know what? I don't care. I got to walk away, and I'm going to get my pension and go do something I really love. You know what? At some point, we have to say we're screwing our fellow human beings. We're screwing our brothers and sisters. At some point, we have to say these people are evil. These people don't have our best interest in mind. And once you realize that they don't, everything that they say, everything that they want you to do, you realize, you know what? Maybe I should do the opposite. That's where I'm at. I've been that way for a long time. I'm going to do the opposite of what they say. Hey, you need to do this. All right, I'm out. I'm going over here. And that's what you got to realize and internalize and realize you're free. You're free. You're born free. I don't care if you're born into a slave system, if where you're born, you're a free human being. Don't let someone oppress you. Walk away as soon as you can. And when you can't do it, when you get to the point where you can run, then you run away. And you know what? Let God take care of the rest, because he will if you just allow him to do that. I'm sick and tired of people controlling other people. You know what? They're not people. I said that before. They're not human. They're trying to pose as human beings, and they're trying to control us. Stop letting them do it. Stop letting them do it. Don't obey. Don't get in the battle. Don't fight it. You know, walk away from it. Don't participate. Don't give it your energy. Screw them. Done. I'm out.
Westwood, the biggest lesson in my life, well, one of the biggest lessons in my life was going through my divorce and being a single mom of 5 kids, special needs, medically fragile, hadn't worked for 20 years, you know, I mean, worked, but like
Right. But
wasn't
not
allowed to
supporting yourself.
Yes, my husband would not allow me to have a job,
Right.
part of his control and whatever.
Mhm.
And so then trying to figure out whatever. And then God kept taking care of me. And I would just be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I would pray and be grateful. And he was like, he had this hard talk with me. And he was like, you don't understand. It was never him. It was always me that was taking care of you. And I think when people think, oh, well, I have to take the prick because I need my job to pay for my kid, take care of my kids or whatever. You think that your job is taking care of you. You think that you're the one taking care of yourself. You think that your job is taking care of you. You think God is taking care of you. I'm here to tell you, I know it's hard, but until you're at that point where you let go of whatever you think is between you and God, whatever that is, that thing that you're putting in, even if it's cryptocurrency, that's not taking care of you either. I promise you, whatever that is between you and God is not taking care of you. Move that shit out of the way, because that all is a lie. Anything, whatever God puts you on this earth to do, he will make sure that you have whatever tool that is to get done, whatever job you're supposed to do here on this earth. And if you're not supposed to do it, he won't give you that tool. But if you're supposed to get something done, he's going to make sure you have all the tools you need. And he's going to take care of you. And it's always him that does it. You're the one that sees it as some tool or something other than him providing for you. And that was my biggest lesson. I thought it was my ex-husband that was taking care of me, and I was trapped and I needed to be, I had all these kids and I couldn't leave. It didn't matter how abusive he was. What was I going to do? How was I going to take care of myself and all these kids, and until it was the point that I thought we were going to be a Lifetime movie and someone was going to be killed, and so that's my encouragement to you guys, is like that's the prison. That's the lie, is that whatever
It's
that
mental
is
prison.
a complete mental prison and a lie, that no one's taking care of you or providing a job, cryptocurrency, person, whatever that is. The only one providing for you, taking care of you, is God.
That's it. I've tried. I'm a strong person. I don't like to back down. I don't like to ask for help. I don't like to do, that's just not me. It's not me. And I'll do it. I'll get it done. That's the way it is. And I'm fighting myself, and that's really what it comes down to. I'm fighting God. And it's just like, when I let go and I say, F it, I'm done. Just handle it. Everything works out. And it's
I've
synchronicity.
been waiting for you to let go of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's in synchronistic ways. And I said this last week. It's like, I've been having more, like words that pop into my head, and I write them down. And then a day later, oh my gosh, that person showed up. I never saw him in 2 years. Oh, okay. That came up and that happened. When you let go and you listen, and this gets back into what you're doing with the psychics in the interviews with SL. When you let go and you say, listen, just talk to me. Just the other side, talk to me. Let me know what's going on, because you just connect with it, and stop being so prideful. Stop being so, oh, I can do everything. No, you can't. One day you're going to have a broken ass body that you can't do anything with. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Oh yeah, I can go over Clint Westwood and go over here and start lifting weights, get huge again. But you know what? He's not going to do it. Why is he not going to do it?
Speaking of which, we gotta go up on the age with the whole joke thing, because somebody really thought I was 62 and messaged me and told me I look great for 62.
She's a great looking 62-year-old right here. I'm telling you.
We gotta up the age. I think I'm 70. I'm a great looking 75-year-old.
She is great looking 75-year-old.
Mom and I are going to be twins now.
That's it. This is the first set of twins, mom and daughter, I've ever seen. But in this day and age, you never know the technology and all the DNA splicing and all this stuff. You never know what can happen. But we got two 75-year-olds in the room, and one of these meetups, we might have them both in the same room.
We're talking about that possibility. That maybe when were we talking about that? That's a possibility.
I'd love to have a
We're
meetup.
either saying like we're looking at September.
We're kind of
Looking
open
at
for September, aren't we?
locations. Yeah,
Okay, so we're
possibly
looking for a kind of a Midwestern circle,
Oklahoma
yeah.
or Texas or Arkansas.
Yeah, so we're looking
Possibly.
to have something, a meet up in there. So if anybody knows any locations, got any friends that own any bars or anything, to where we can, have a meet up on Friday and then have like a crypto class the next day, maybe around noon or something, in that area, in that room or something, that'd be awesome because
Preferably a locally owned, so we can do the Bet on Main Street,
right.
support local businesses. We
And we
really
can
want
help set them up with
things like that.
crypto, maybe talk about
Yeah.
the owner about crypto, accepting crypto, because so many platforms are now allowing that to happen. I mean, I don't want to go to the left coast. I don't want to go to the other coast. I want to be in the heartland. That's where I want to be. The digibug can only go so far because it's got 300,000 miles on it. So, I have to pick and choose
Well,
here.
and there are a lot of meetups on the West Coast and the East Coast, and we are going to Jersey.
We're going to Jersey. That's a long
Looks
trip.
like October for Jersey, because we do have a lot of Litecoin fam in Jersey.
A lot of great people out there.
We want to definitely go out there. We'll make that trip.
And then October, I don't know if Lisa can go yet, but October 2nd, we're going to go to Pittsburgh. I'm going to Pittsburgh, and I'm going to pick some people up going there. I Make Lemonade. Rebecca, she's having a meetup in Pittsburgh. Cool place. I will be there. Lisa, she needs to be there. You just drive up here, Lisa, and then we'll ride in the digibug together without the air conditioning, because we won't need it in October. So we'll be fine. We'll see what you can do.
We'll see. I've got Canon that weekend.
Okay. Well,
I just have to see. I want to call Becca and talk to her about it and make sure that everything's good. But if you guys can go, I definitely recommend going. I would love to go if I'm able to go. I think the Berg meetup is going to be amazing. Becca's been doing a consistent meetup there in Pittsburgh, and they're going to have amazing people there. I really recommend anybody that can go October 2nd in Pittsburgh. You should go. It will be so much fun. So, and
a friend of mine who's got a shout out is on the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's from Peoria. He went to Central High. He was a cool kid and ended up being Kendrick. I don't want to say his last name wrong, but anyway, he's on the Pittsburgh Steelers. He got drafted this year. He might be playing center and might be starting underneath, hiking the ball to Ben Roethlisberger. So that'll be kind of cool.
Oh, is he going to go to the meetup?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try and get him there. He's only 18 though, so we can't be feeding him drinks.
How do you know an 18-year-old kid?
I know people. I've done a lot of different things in my life in Peoria.
Interesting.
Used to run a nightclub. I know people.
Interesting.
Kendrick Green is his last name. So he's pretty.
Yeah, we can't wait for things to get, where we can all travel. I'm excited once we can do international travel. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
How are we going to paddle that boat all the way across the ocean, the Atlantic? I'm not flying.
We'll figure it out. Why not? Well, eventually.
Maybe eventually
things. Okay, so I met a guy when I was in Miami, and he has private charter planes.
Yeah.
And once, if Jill Jardine's stuff is accurate, which she's been pretty accurate, I think we're going to all be doing pretty well with our Litecoin and
Litecoin is the right coin. I just want to say Litecoin is the right coin. People understand right now. I'm going to look back at it's $144 right now. It's making a move. All right. Bitcoin's $41,000. $41,400. When it breaks 41,000, when it goes to $42,000, we're on that next leg up. And if it closes above that, we're going to 50,000. I mean, that's where we're at. See, it's all leading up, just like you said, like you're saying right now, Lisa, with the interview you had the other day. Join Lisa's Patreon, because you would have seen it on Monday instead of Thursday, and you would have found out what Jill Jardine had to say in SL Crypto 369. This is setting up for what's going to happen at the end of August. And you're going to see things change a whole lot. And then When you get into October, you're going to see things really change. $144 Litecoin. That's a big support level because, I mean, you're starting to break. Litecoin only has 84 million coins. That's it.
And think of how many have been lost.
You know, it doesn't even matter. Let's say they all exist, Lisa. Let's say there's 84 million coins that are gonna pop out of there. The proof of work, you know, by the time 100 years from now, when they're all mined out, let's say that they all pop out. And let's say that we just stay stable, you know, at 7 billion people in the United States. How many Litecoin can each person have? Do the math.
Here's the other thing.
How about the U.S.? Let's just take that. How many Litecoin can one person have if it's distributed equally? And let's say you happen to pick, you know, well, let me tell you, it's like 0.01 Litecoin for everybody in the world. 0.01. In the United States, you get a quarter of a Litecoin if it's all distributed equally just amongst the U.S. people. Exclude the rest of the world like we always do because, you know, the freaking U.S. doesn't care about the rest of the world. So, you know, it's all about us. So if it's all about us and we get all the Litecoin, 0.25 each. That's all you get. 0.25. Most undervalued asset on the planet, maybe next to silver. That's it. And guess what? Litecoin's digital silver. Huh?
Well, and Ben and I, on one of our road trips, he was telling me about there's this whole thing about how the census, which is handled through the postal service or the post office, which I have a whole conspiracy theory thing about that. Oh my gosh, Josh is gone. But there was a fire back when the census was kept through the U.S. Postal Service. There was a fire and the documents were burned years ago. Well, how are seats in Congress and all of that chosen? Through how many people? Through the census. So how is this manipulation? So I'm just talking about how the census, there's a theory that the census may be manipulated because years and years and years ago, the census numbers were burned through this fire magically, that they just happened to, like, there was this fire and the census numbers were left outside the safe magically. And then now there's all this, and I'm down to my bottom of my drink, so I'm a little off on my facts, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
It's all alchemy. Everything's alchemy. You know, it's all this manipulation.
There's manipulation possibly in the numbers. Well, that's what puts butts in the seats of Congress. And wouldn't that make sense and give them power? And, you know, when you talk about, like, for years and years and years, California was red.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden
Ronald Reagan was the freaking governor.
Right. So doesn't that make sense to you guys? I mean, let's think about this. How did it go blue? And some of these other states, how did it go blue? Well, if they're manipulating, I'm blue. Okay, they're manipulating the census to put blue butts of dead people, you know, who knows? Anyway, just a thought.
Welcome to Chicago, where the dead vote.
See. Yeah.
You know,
and
I saw
what solves that?
Well, hang on.
Digi-ID.
It does, yes, exactly. The blockchain can solve that. You know, logging in with an ID. Okay, I saw it earlier today. It was a South Carolina congresswoman. Let's be specific. Talking to
yes, please. It's important whether you're a man or a woman.
It is because I don't want to go to the bar and have bad lighting and end up going home with somebody that's not a woman. That's just me.
Well, so, since you're married, that would be a problem either way.
I'm looking at my timelines are all crossed.
Your wife will have a problem with that.
I don't realize where I'm at sometimes, especially on happy hour. So I don't know what's going on. But, you know, hypothetically speaking.
And I'm going to tell.
There will be no more Westwood meetups. We're out. We're done.
Oh, Lord. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I have no idea what I was going to say other than the limes that are in my Tito's and whatever I mixed with.
You got in trouble.
Yeah. Lisa's calling me out.
Yeah.
But
okay, let's focus.
If I'm going into the bar and in the past, and bad lighting. That's the way it always is. It's got to be bad lighting. No, you can't see. Drink till she's cute, kind of thing. And then you're looking, you're like, oh yeah, And then next thing you know, oh my God, what happened? The lights come on, and quit being deceived. I don't even know what the point was.
I don't know either.
Don't get deceived, people.
Don't be deceived.
Do your own research.
Think for yourself.
Do your own research when it comes to crypto.
Hold your own power. Keep your coins in your own possession. Be sovereign. And we love you guys. And I hope everybody can come.
Are we done here?
To one of our meetups. Yeah, it's end of the happy hour.
We got 4 minutes, don't we? Oh, you got to go.
Well, no, we're good. We have 4
minutes. I was going to say factcheck.org. Factcheck.org.
Do you trust something called Fact Check?
No, I don't. Because why? They're funded by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Okay. They got $1.8 billion, and they fund factcheck.org. Hi. And
she heard what you're saying.
Well, I kind of got hosed on that one.
I just texted her.
Probably did. You probably did. You probably did. And the CEO is Richard Besser. He used to be the former acting director of the CDC. Now, Facebook uses factcheck.org to fact check all the statements that you might make on Facebook, Lisa, about, hey, the prick doesn't work, the prick's a problem, but, these guys, factcheck.org sounds very official, but you look at the money behind them and who's funding them. Maybe you might want to take a second look and realize they might have vested interests. Everybody has a vested interest. Everybody is biased. That's what everybody needs to realize. These people on the screen have no concern for who you are other than extrapolating money out of you, energy out of you. That's all they want. So, you know what? Think for yourself. Believe in yourself. Connect to who you are and where you come from. And once you do that and you start listening and you commit to that and make decisions based on that, you know what? Things are going to start to work out.
Oh, your face froze perfectly. You were making like a little kissy face. That was hilarious. I don't know if everybody else saw that. But it was hilarious. Crypto Chris card says no Tito's in England, so please send me a bottle. So Chris, you have to send me your DM me your home address.
Chris card, I might have a mini bottle I can send to you. And you know what? Yeah. I might be able to quarterback that thing. Get your glove on.
You are drinking too much.
Yeah, I know. I'm drinking a little too much today. It's a happy hour that's going to go on for hours. That's the way it is. But you know what? I want happy hour every day. And we're taking this on the road, and then we're going to have happy hour for a whole weekend. So I hope everybody can show up.
I hope so. You guys, so save the date, kind of start looking at, make some plans for August 27th and 28th for Olathe, Kansas.
It's the heart of America. It's like right in the middle. You got to be able to make it. It's like right in the center of the country. You got to get there.
Yeah. And by then, we're going to have our Lionsgate on 8/8, August 8th. That's going to be like the launch. By August 22nd, she's saying we will be in the launch of the crypto run. You guys are going to see it. So then we're going to have lots to celebrate August 27th and 28th.
Y'all going to be saying
friends are all going to be
not dead. Bitcoin's not dead.
All your friends are going to be FOMOing. So bring all your newbie friends to come to the Crypto 101.
We will teach them how to get crypto.
Yeah, it'll be great. So,
and they're going to get hugs. They're going to get to drink with us. I mean, what more can I ask for? It's heaven on earth.
He's bringing the Digibug, and I'm going to bring my Litecoin Lisa mobile.
Oh man, you know,
kind of like a Batmobile, but it's.
You know what though? The thing is, I can get more people in the Digibug than Litecoin Lisa can get into the Litecoin Lisa Batmobile.
There's only 2 seats. In Litecoin Lisa mobile. Right. That's very true. All right, guys. Well, you guys take care. Remember to love one another. Have a great weekend, and read the Constitution for God's sakes.
And believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. That's really what it comes down to.
That's right.
Just do it.
All right. Everybody have a great weekend. We
love you all.
Take care. Bye.